Welcome back to the stream. Hopefully you guys are having a good time after a bit of a longer break, as one of the games did get forfeited and it got cancelled. We find ourselves here after a couple of hours, so we get to finally start the main best of three, in my opinion, which will be XI versus Preasy. And this will be a little bit of a banger. So after Preasy actually lost her main roster, they did find a nice little group of players that started to look pretty good on a server in a way. I have to say, the first time I was actually watching their game, they did look like an actual squad. So it's going to be Equip, Griller, Virus, Skaze, and Bessie. And they will be going against the notorious XI. This is the first time I'm actually seeing their game. And they're made out of another Danish group made out of Denzo, Amber, Foam, Fez, and Scrub. Neither of these names are actually known for me, so this will be the first time that I'm actually watching their gameplay, and even against Preasy. So that's gonna be a very good team to kind of see how they can actually pan out against a nice little squad that we have already here. And yeah, what happened to the Johnny Speeds game? Well, that got forfeited for so if I remember correctly, give me a second, it was KOX that couldn't actually play the game, so they had to forfeit, and Johnny Speed will be winning the scores from that match. So that's pretty much what happened. But meanwhile, the maps will be XI's pick, which will be Ancient at the start. We will be hopping into Nuke after that one, and if we need it, we're gonna hop into Anubis as a third map. Only if we need it. More Ancient, yeah. Well, this is, to be honest, this is the first time we're having an Anubis game here. Exo Scared. No, actually, they had another game against Unity at the same time, so it was just a schedule problem. I do understand it, but it is a little bit sucky that we did lose a game. Okay, if the push doesn't really work out, Neptune comes up with a triple kill here to hold down the whole line. Actually, almost very close to an ace at the moment. 4K to start off the first round. And is going to be equipped to help out with a kill. So. First round that goes for the side of Preasy easily in this round. This time around, XI. Will be taking this just a little bit chiller at this point. It's a full Dane versus Dane game at the moment. It's been a while that we've actually casted one of these games. If this doesn't work out, Skaze will be the one to fix out the first kill. That's going to be equipped with a couple. Virus helps out with one as well. They do lose a player, Skaze. But as long as they are okay, this should be good. And Equip actually steps in with a triple on that MP9. Even swaps it from us. So, at this point, that's a lot of money for a player. And off to a new one we go. A full AK buy. Not a lot of frags for the side of XI. And this is where it gets interesting. This is their map pick. They really want to step into the game right now, as they finally can get that first buy. And let's see how can I actually do it. So the lane push will be coming in from the attacking team. Denzo has to be a little bit careful behind the plywood here. This is a very sprayable position. We're actually seeing some heat. All ready to run the side of it. A lot of space here. Finally, there's an answer. That's going to be Becky with the kill. Scrop does drop down Skaze. That's going to be a nice kill coming in from Equip and Becky. Oh, the B side is just really not working out for the side of XI. Just a man disadvantage at this point, but they are running in towards that A side. That's going to be the smoke for the CT, even a Molotov for the ruins. They can actually plant out the bomb right now. The nade will be gaining just a little bit more information. Equip starting to push in from the ruins. Nobody's coming in from the side of the mid. And Foam just on that edge of the smoke, waiting for anybody to pop in. For him to get that cheeky kill, that one kill to bring it back to a 2 versus 2. Already getting into this. Oh, the spray down just doesn't land the right way, but Amber does win the 1-1 at least in front of the cave. But this is where it gets a little bit sick. As Amber has just a bit of HP to play around with, has to go for the full play. Oh god. Oh my god, actually still comes out with a kill. Virus went for the full stretch, but it just didn't work out. A nice way to clutch it out. Good crosshair placement and a nice reaction time too. Virus makes that round look pretty good for himself, but they do lose a lot of players in a round like that. Just barely standing out with one. Now XI, this could be their chance to start to gain a couple of rounds here. They need to chain some rounds. It feels like the whole Finland is sick at the moment. Hopefully I'm not going to get anything. So, a bit of a longer freeze time. We're going to be hopping into this round. Just looking at the buy at the moment, it's going to be a couple of M4s. Meanwhile, 3 MP9s. So, are we going to get that close action gameplay again? We have seen some teams actually do a pretty good job with the MP9s on the side. So, especially if they want to play it aggressively, close to the double doors. Boom, just waiting for an opportunity behind that smoke. Meanwhile, A side is basically open. And a Mac 10, a couple of them to lead it. Even XI, after that win, they don't have the full buy that they were hoping for. A smoke for the edge, even a Molotov behind it. Good Molly onto the site. But it doesn't really do much. The full A side has been lost. Barely even spotted a player in a round like this. And Preasy, this might be a very chaotic retake. Just entry with the first one. That's gonna be Amber. Oh my god, every single frag is just going for the full way of XI. This happened so quick. Preasy with a very big gap towards that A side. They just give the control for free. Hold. And a very passive round for XI. Not quite sure. As they have a stack here towards the cave. Can't really spot even a single player. This is just going to be a very standard round. XI choosing the right site this time around. Easy plant, no problem. And this is going to be a round for the side of XI. You can just see the march towards the middle. Oh, nice shot to the head. Okay. Even a good positioning for that. Maybe just a little bit damage towards the CTs. But it seems like they're really on the hunt for any of these rifles. The explosion will take care of 3 players, even one from the T side. And oh, no. I'm not entirely sure what the idea was to try to run from the B side towards the players, but okay. Guess that happens every now and then. And a better buy finally. CT's looking into investing for this round. A couple of FAMASes. Every time you see that buy, it just gives you that little frame. Little bomb flash for the mid. That will beat both players, even from Donut and the red to put bounce in, and they actually do get the first kill. That's gonna be Deng Zone. Drop down equip, but Becky with a nice execution. Just a tap to the face. That's gonna be a quick one, but Amber actually catches the quick trade here. Already the push coming in from the lamp, and Amber's ready for this one. The only thing he needs is that one frag. It doesn't matter if he goes down. It's going to be a very hard angle for Gorilla to actually go in for the trade, and it's definitely not going to happen. Scrub shuts him down, and XI on their own map pick. They're starting to look very good here. Definitely not a bad round for them. And that was an investment round from Preasy. You can see how it impacts their whole economy. Directly after losing that one. Nothing left in the bank to buy with. They could have gone for an MP9 stack if they decided to go for it. It's a little bit of a big risk to actually do something like that. So they're just gonna opt in for a half buy, I guess. So a couple of armor, deagle, 5.7s. Try to get that money close to that 2k region. With the full loss bonus, they're gonna get an injection of 3,400. So the player who's saving for that op is gonna be okay. Buyers should have enough for the next round. That's gonna be a bit more over 6k. Bit of a technical pause, just waiting for the problems to get sorted. Back to the game. Cave control. Already Deng Zone close to the cheetah. The eagle will be pulled up. A couple sets of armor actually. It's just going to be virus without the armor. Going around like this. A nice pop flash. The cave is empty. The Skaze with a kill. Wait a minute. The AK spray is not really working out at the moment. Skaze comes up with the second kill here. It's going to be a nice entry for, or a defending 2 kills for the side of the CTs, but it's going to be foam. If he can actually stop out the push, he's going to be right down over here. But a quick trade. Still a man up, and it seems to be working a little bit better for the side of Preasy at this point. There's still a player very deep into that pit. Gorilla are so far away from the action. They do have the armor, so at this point, it's not bad of a retake if they want to go for it. But of course, it all goes tits up. That one flash works out so well. Scrub even gets the kill with the op. And Gorilla has been left in a 1v2. Tries to body hop closer towards that donut and just gets caught by Amber. Bit of an unfortunate round. Trying to fight for too much space at the end. Preasy kind of give that round away for free. XI, they're gonna gobble it up for free. They're gonna enjoy it. his own counterpart at the moment. Preasy can actually still make it very side wide so far. Many of these attempts hasn't really worked out. And at the moment it seems to be the gun round for the side of XI. Some of these plays. Let's find the first frag. That's gonna be Foam with a double kill. Wait a minute, how does Virus actually hit Foam there? I think that was a smoke push. Just doesn't work out for it. Gets one of these kills as well. Becky will be the one to actually drop down Scrub. And they do have the two-man advantage at the moment from the lane. It seems to be Fets with the bomb. To try to find a way to plant this bomb down. 40 seconds left on the clock now. And now we'll survive. A bit of a peek here from the cave, and Becky will be the one to shut it down. 3 to 5. They are starting to pick up at least a round here, but they do need many more. As many as they can chain, that's better for them. But we did see a little bit of a lackluster start from Preasy. Already with a couple of mistakes here. That's very unfortunate. Meanwhile, Dangzone actually wins the second fight here. It's gonna be a quick to go down. One of the players is ridiculously low. And already losing one of the B players. Preasy. Doing this a little bit of a lazy game today. And XI seems to be on point. Nice to see it. So this is a very good welcome game. This XI style. And the rest of the Preasy's lineup there will be just sailing in this round. No real reason to try to force it. Just play a new one, give them the 6, and that's what they're gonna go with. Good chance and a good time for them to try to stack as many CT side as they can, but they just keep losing some of these fights. That's the problem. Especially a lot of damage being done early on towards middle. Even with the superior spots, which keeps kind of confusing me in a way. Catch from Amber. Entry kill again, being 1. XI, they're enjoying some of these fights. It's just working out so well for them. Side execution. Meanwhile, that op will be finding one more player. That's gonna be Skates to go down. Scrub. He's been a very good player with that op so far. 74 stats at the moment. And from the players, they're still Virus on the donut. The problem is we're not seeing that much active gameplay at the moment from Preasy. They're just falling down and dying. Alright. Sometimes it's not your game day. Sometimes it is. Nice catch from the side at least. That's gonna be the second one for Becky, but he's alone at the moment. That double nade will be taking care of him. That's the round. It just didn't go the way of Preasy. And finally we're heading into the freeze time. And off we go. So still a full buy from the CTs. And I'm just looking at the push coming in from the middle. They might actually win the first fight here. That's going to be Foam. Skaze has a very good idea where the player is playing from. But he's just waiting for that smoke to fade off. That's just going to be the one to actually start off with the first kill on the virus. That's going to be Griller with a double kill. Scrub actually drops down Griller. Skaze with a nice return through the smoke. Drops down one of the players, but Fets keeps the numbers alive. Here's 2 from the side. A nice catch for Becky. It's going to be smoking the right side off the box. And even another smoke lands on top of the box there. Well, from middle, finally equipped. Just understands that corner. Pushing in towards the donut. Winning that fight. And finally, they win another round here on the guns. It's not really looking that great for them. But if they could win the last round, that's at least 5 on the board. Go. For short. That's going to be the lane. Double actually, but it's a little bit off base. Neither of the players will catch any of it. Attempt here to try to catch out the player from this case. This fight, with the first fight, that's going to be FaZe with the kill onto Fear and Ander. Timing on that push, even the kill from the B side. Wait a minute, how is the information not relayed? Oh, these guys are just so confused at the moment what's happening. That's going to be the molly for the backside of that smoke. They kind of have to go through the smoke right now. Made here to do a little bit more damage. That is just not working. That seems to be the round there. 8-4. XI really enjoying their game at the moment. And Preasy, well, I kind of have to say it, almost getting stomped at the start. There's definitely a chance for them to come back, but this is looking very bad. Of course, it's XI's own map pick. We are going to be hopping into Nuke after this one, which is Preasy's own pick. So let's see if they can actually bring this back over there. And off we go. From already. From the boxes, they can actually take that first kill. Those are good though. That works out perfectly. Meanwhile, from the pit, there's going to be Grillers to drop down Scorp. One of the players has been tacked down low, and through the smoke, they can actually find him. Bomb will be planted onto the site if they want to go for it. Amber actually finds down Skaze. Wait a minute, they're still not going for the bomb plant. And this might be a mistake. Preasy, for the love of God, plant the bomb. Finally, behind a pillar, some of the players very low in HP, but Foam does get one. After Equip takes his own, he's going to be traded immediately by Fets. XI with 9 on the board. And Preasy's chances of a comeback just looking and dwindling by the second. Here we are, and off we go. It's going to be the lane play. Foam. Looking into stepping to that duel just a bit earlier. It's not going to happen yet, though. Becky. Just work around closer towards the pit. Just that first kill. That's going to be a nice entry for the second one towards the long is going to be clean as well, but that's going to be Skaze helping him out just a little bit. Through the smoke from the short, trying to maybe time that perfect timing, but it's just not going to happen. XI seems like they're okay with this one. They're going to be saving for the next round. Preasy. 5 players survive for the next round. Not a bad way to go around it. Meanwhile, looking at the two dropped weapons, they might actually be able... It seems like they're just gonna go for pistols. 5.7 and a deagle. I was kinda waiting for an MP9 buy or something like this, but it's not going to work out this time around, and that's okay. So, 5 sets of the deagle, 3 sets of armors, utility for Deng Zone. That's going to be Scrop with only that one flash. Amber already used his own. So that's gonna be done with a quick reply. Still fighting, but the problem is through the smoke they can actually spot him. Griller with a quip. They finally get their respectable kills. And Preasy with a 2-man advantage this time around. Make that a 3. Virus very low on HP, but Fess is going for the long rotation. And for a round like this, I'm not even sure if it's going to be a good idea to push either of the sides. Maybe it's just save the weapon for the next one. That's gotta be the best way to go about it. So Fets will be pushing on towards the left side of it. We are waiting. Bomb ticking. Here we are. So, looking at the money at the moment, I feeds he has 1.50, which isn't that much, especially if he doesn't save the weapon for the next one. Preasy, 3 rounds away in a way, so it's not that crazy, especially thinking about the fact that CTs, they might have a worse economy here, especially when they don't win rounds. So, the closer they get, the better it's gonna look. But like we said on a previous best of 3, at the ending point, it's usually that one mistake that brings it back to the enemy team. So let's see if we're gonna see this time around. It's going to be the red smoke at the start. That 1 and 4 from Pez will be stacked towards that A side. Anybody who wants to go for the A play quickly. He dropped down. He was actually kind of waiting for it to happen. But it's a little bit of a whatever. A couple of guys pushing in from the donut. It should be at least something, but meanwhile, closer into the cheetah. Scrop to drop down. Becky comes out with the second kill on towards Deng Zone as well. And this is, of course, just a pistol round with 1 M4, but of course the M4 goes down as the first player. Amber does get the quick trade on the stick. Picks up another one, and that's gonna be the round done. XI saving a bit of cash here on this round. round. 7 on the board, just 2 rounds away. Preasy, the electrical company, doing their best. Till spam closer into that mid. That's gonna be the case with an entry. And a clean one as well. Doesn't take a point of damage, just look at that. Alright, you can hear some of the shots coming away through. They are just trying to spam the lane's soft walls. It's going to be the middle player to step back in towards the cave. They might actually go for a B-side split here, depending how they have been beating some of these rounds. It's been very heavy B-side from the side of XI. Meanwhile, they actually do lose a player in between. That's going to be Fest to go down. And that's going to be a bit of a loss. Especially 2-man down. Trying to defend either of the sides is going to be very hard. Knowing that Preasy on the brink of actually coming down the back. Let's catch the oh, that's going to be the second round for the smoke. Okay. And Foam. Left alone to try to navigate throughout the chaos. And of course, a round like this should be pretty much just done. Swing towards the long. They do catch down Foam. Virus hits the shots needed. Back to the game, close to the smoke walls here towards middle. Case. Player towards the red. Easily wins that fight. Scrub gets lasered by that AK. Flatlines Becky, but will be avenged immediately. Not even a pistol or, sorry, not even a weapon being picked up from the ground. Meanwhile, that seems to be a little bit of a reaction coming in from the A main. Virus wins the fight from the B side, and that will be just Fest left alone. Not much he can do just with that 5-7. Only get lucky, of course. Pick up an 8K, but not for long. Preasy, 9 on the board, making this a tie. And I have to say, we are going to be hopping into Nuke, which is Preasy's own map pick after this one, so that's going to be interesting. Doesn't even a crazy layer from middle. That's a lot of flashes being used by Virus. That sounded like 6 flashes that he used. Dang Zone gets a nice double kill here at the start. After using every single flash that they had on their arsenal, pretty much. They do lose every single fight. Virus finally stepping in. After losing 3 players, he does get one with the bomb miss. Going to be Dang Zone bomb the long. To lurk in at the perfect timing. Drop down Virus, and even Griller goes down. The second they get their tie, they do lose a round. From long, that execution is going to be perfect as well. All pushes out the player. Quick trade coming in after Amber actually gets the kill onto Bessie. That's going to be equipped very, very active towards the B push. Foam. This has to be a call from the side of XI to just try to save these weapons in a round like this. And this will be a save from the side of XI. No real reason to try to attempt a retake on a round like this. They, at the worst, they can actually lose every single weapon right now. Foam. Trying to attempt to get a exit kill if it's needed.
Terrorists win.
Getting a little bit closer towards the cave this time around for the fight. Foam. He's had a couple of attempts from this corner. If the players trying to step into the fight, they have to be a little bit careful here, or at least be prepared for the trade. And a new smoke to cover up the lane. Maybe give them a bit more time. Towards the mid. Anybody who gets a little bit too close towards the red, they're gonna get that green Pokemon ball. But just look at the place. Preasy, they're definitely gonna go for that B-side execution. Oh, they are getting ready for the pit. Now the question is, how clean can they make this execution this time around? Off the bit at the perfect timing, but it's going to be the Molotov to actually push him back into the cave, and that made utility damage. Is just looking incredible from the side of Preasy. If they were sleeping on the first half, they're definitely not sleeping now, but finally we're getting some kind of reaction through the smoke. Foam drops down Wheeler. A great way to start off the defense, but the problem is that they still have to get it in. Equip gets the trade on to Anubis after losing his teammate. That's going to be Skaze. With finally some kind of a step in, and a 2 versus 3, a man advantage for the side of XI. They do need that bomb down right now. Nade has been used. That's going to be the flash from Scrob. A double on hold. M4 doesn't find the target, and it's going to just be a raw scope push into the side. Scrob still holding the close angle. Axel wins the first fight. Knows that there's a player close by, but it's going to be equipped. But the lightning flick of the rest from Foam clutches the round. But the problem is they lose so much in between of it. They barely lose everything. A nice flick at the end. Maybe getting a little bit too hungry at the wrong timing. They're on that one-on-one. Of course, trying to shut that down. Maybe the information for him was that the play was coming in from long, so he tried to surprise the player. But the perfect time to push in from the short from Foam. That Monacy-esque flick. I like that. Started off again, fires this time around, drops down Amber at the same time. A couple of entries, XI somehow pull it back from a situation like this, but Best does drop down fires. That's the problem. Gringo comes out with a quick trade, and a nice catch from Becky to drop down the player from the Cheetah, but Foam only gets the trade, and he knows this op needs to be safe for the next round. Preasy making this an 11 as long as they... Ooh, okay, even losing the op here. Not entirely sure how much money... Oh, that's not looking good. Look at the cash on the side of XI. That is a very questionable amount of money. And this is where the mistakes start to seep in, because they do have that 3k injection for the next round. But if they decide to not buy nothing, that's going to be Preasy on their 12. But the problem is, if they decide to actually go for the full buy, it's really not going to look pretty in about a second. They have to win this round. Scrap, or actually, sorry, they actually bought enough. They saved enough money for the next round. That's my bad. It's okay. It's okay. They can actually go for a full set of M4s at least. They're just trying to maximize the opportunity in rounds like this. But the question is, can they win their own overtime? Sorry, at least match point. Map point. Map point is what I meant to say. I'm a bad boy. A bit of a stack here towards that A site. One player just holding it down from the middle. And it really is on Preasy's hands how they want to actually start off some of these fights here. It's going to be a man from the long angle. Scrap comes out with a double kill, but it's going to be a trade from Virus at least. They keep the numbers stable, but Fez does get that weapon. He's very low on HP. It seems like the rest of the players are starting to seep in just closer in from the only thing they need is just like one easy kill, which comes in right now. Becky drops down Dang Zone. And that's going to be the smoke for the short. Even more utility. And XI, they will be happy with the weapons that's been dropped on the floor. We will ask the questions. Okay, being picked. And that's a save for the next round.
Terrorists win.
Becky dies with the bomb, but for a round like this, it doesn't really matter. They have the money for the last round, easily. Even if every single tree player goes down, they can actually still buy in. No problem. And off we go. Looking at the stats for a round like this. It's just Fets underneath that 10 kill line. Amber has had a pretty good game already. 17 on the board. Pretty good. Looking at the buy, they actually do have enough utility. They're gonna sacrifice a couple of head armors, but it doesn't matter. I guess the AKs, it doesn't really do much. Except if you graze a wall, which is very rare. And Foam close to that smoke, just waiting for someone to sneak in. Oh, the idea is very good, but the problem is the crosshair is just a bit off. Foam not that far away from the kill. Fats is gonna find a double kill, and Drew, the wall, this time around it's gonna work out. A little rain starting to form here. And a two-man advantage with Skate's very low in HP. Preasy might give XI just a little bit of a chance to bring their map back. The Opper trying to find a corner here. Meanwhile, Danger Zone is going to be dropping down Griller and Equip. Gets that one kill, which will be traded immediately. 12 to 12. Preasy, they do fight back at least on this map. They had a little bit of a chance to win it as well, but XI, on their own map pick, they want to take this to an overtime. I don't know what is you said, bruh. What means? I think my head just like skipped many blood vessels just right now, but that's okay. I'm starting to get hemorrhoids from reading the chat at the moment, so. You people can't be real. Oh my god. But it's okay. Like I said, it's not a sin to be an idiot. At least it's funny. Okay. After this timeout, full money. And we'll see what they can actually do with this one. A lot of Latinos here. Actually, I'm a Latino, so... Oye, ¿cómo están? Si alguien habla español, bienvenido para el stream. Y ahora vamos a brincar para el primer overtime. Vamos a mirar qué va a pasar. If anybody understood that, you're a G. If you didn't, womp womp womp. And off we go. Just a couple of seconds more. And looking at the buys at the moment, it seems like we got a bit of a reset here. I'm not entirely sure why the screen is like this. I'm not sure if it's the HUD that's been bugged. It will be reset now. Yeah, now it works. Okay, good. So, we got a reset on the HUD so we can actually see the sides at the moment and what kind of a buy they're going to go for. Seems like 12.5 seems to be the max money at the moment for these rounds. Julbero. Joo, äijä saa näköjään. Nightbot ei tykännyt sun viestistä. Ei haittaa, mä kyllä pystyn lukemaan sitä. Alright, so... The more is better, I think. Utility spam from middle, that's got a big flash for his teammate Fest. We'll want to support him just a bit. Leaving that side for that A side push. Squab finds the first kill on this case. That's gonna be a very nice entry. Anbear actually holds down the line as well with a kill onto Equip. After this game, I'm gonna play some CS as well. Finish time. Finland time or time to finish the game. I'm not entirely sure. Mortal Kombat. Finish him. Attempt for Bone to get a similar kill that he got before. Preasy having a bit of an unlucky start here. He's gonna absolutely just dump there on middle. Minute left to play around with. That's gonna be the molly to push Foam away from his spot. Tries to play as close as he can. Not sure if he's trying to bait out some sound cues at the moment, but it's going to be Anber to get that kill on towards the virus. Okay, works out perfectly. Oh, the swing doesn't. Oh, this is just gonna be a perfect round from Exile. Of course, right now they're gonna do it. Here we go. Way to the Dangzo. Dangzo. If there's any Danish people here in the chat, if you could let me know what that means, that would be awesome. Dangzo. 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 Alright. Fast. Getting a little bit closer. That's going to be Foam. Burned out of his spot. He actually does a little bit of damage onto the Equip. Equip is very low at the moment. Becky too. Alright, Preasy seems to be gobbling up a little bit more utility here on the start. Just Grob holding down the pet. Molotov for it. I'm not entirely sure if he's ready for the full swing as they are getting a little bit closer. Meanwhile, from the A main, a double push, leaving one player for the backlines as well. And rotating one. This might work out very well. That's gonna be Fess on a long lurk. And in about a second, he will be spawning a couple of players in front of him. He just decided to push. Scrub gets the drop onto Becky. Gets the quick trade. That's gonna be a virus with one, so at least a 3 versus 3. And finally the push from backlines is starting to seep in. It's gonna be Zhang Zone to come up with a double kill. Equip and Griller, both of the players being just dropped. And looking in what Virus is doing. Starting to push in from the lane. Gets handled by Feds. Every time it seems like we're getting these very long lurks from backlines, it seems like they're way too late, so they barely get any impact at the point that they are starting to seep in, so it's a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm just waiting for that get right moment for him to get like a 5k or something like that from backlines. But at least they tried. Time out of music. And off to a new round we go. To the molly on the other side of it. For the idea, after the first fight, he wasn't actually ready for the second player to be there. Dang zone. Fight against Equip. This is getting a little bit sloppy from the side of Preasy. And from the red, got that angle. The player easily wins that fight. Even catches one more. Oh, dang zone, definitely looking very good here. And a perfect health from XI. Preasy. They're gonna have to replicate this if they want to win this 2-0. A couple of points for the freeze time. Getting that reset in about a second again. Dang zone looking very good on the scoreboard. That's going to be Amber as well. Of course, this is on the overtime. Becky and Equip also on the +20. It's going to be a little bit of a slower game from Griller and Virus. Because Case, Equip, and Becky, they're very close to each other on the board. Close to that 20 point. $15 for XI. Preasy. Only 12 on the board. Hopefully the HUD gets reset in about an hour. Okay, now we go. Good job. Back to the game. How do they want to go around this? XI only needs a round. With the lane control coming in from Preasy, pushing in from the double doors is going to be a little bit of a problem. This is all a fake. Just look at the A-side push. Already a smoke landing in front of the CT, and they have barely any space to actually hold it on with. Let's see, this 4-man just white swing is about to happen in about a second. Amber comes out with a double kill. Feds helps out with one. XI on the brink of closing down map number 1 after getting into an overtime, I have to say. That boost with the double spray just works out to perfection. And it's going to be Becky with Griller. They have to do something absolutely incredible. Try to pull this back to another overtime just to do this round. A nice catch from Scrub. Oh, the Danes are looking insane on the server at the moment. That's going to be the shutdown that they needed. The B side fake and the A side push at the perfect timing is going to be the way to shut down that round. Even after a couple of mistakes here and there, Preasy, they just couldn't hand on the server. It got to that second overtime and it got closed down. Actually, the first overtime, and it got closed down immediately. We're going to be taking a little bit of a break and hop into map number 2, which will be the Preasy's map pick, which is Nuke. So there is a little bit of a possibility for your 2-0, but Preasy is known to be good on that map. And if we need it, we might actually even see an Anubis. Let's take a little bit of a break, hop back when we're ready, and see you in about a second. Back at it. Back at it again. So guys, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a good time. We are hopping into Nuke, which is Preasy's own mapic. And let's see how this is going to work out now. Early damage being done. The door, that will be the first point of attack. Virus already finding a couple of kills. That's going to be Squad with one. Doing a very good job with the duelies, but the problem is Scythe has been already overrun. It's going to be very hard for them to try to hold it down. XI on their enemy's map pick. They lose the first round. Preasy easily step into that A side, take care of it, and win the round. Just this USB standard round, that 1P2000, being held by Corrupt. With the Mac, that's being fun. This is just to try to farm as much money as you can. Virus actually steps in with that AK, steals one of the kills. That's gonna be Skaze. Take one as well, but equipped. Let's get the third one, so that's gonna be 1,800 bucks for his bank. Which is going to be a nice influx of money. Yeah, EXO played the United Tournament instead, so yeah, they got forfeited by that. Or they just lose the game automatically. Not entirely sure. Let me actually check out the groups, what happened over there. Wikipedia. Play. Alright, Skaze open up the round pretty quickly. That's gonna be a kill on the Scrub. The entry started looking very good. And a nice spray down. A couple of for Fez with the same spray. Doing a very good job over there. And that's gonna be Fez with the third kill of the round. That's a triple for him already. Spawning player on the right side. Virus gets dropped as well. That's a closing into an ace. Just a man away. But Skaze is so far away on the other side of the map. So it's not going to be the end of the world. So yeah, EXO actually had already a win underneath their belt. So they're not going to be dropped out of that one forfeit. So they're actually okay. They might have to play against Project G to fight for that last spot. Not entirely sure what the idea there is. So hopefully they're not going to be dropped out of just because of a forfeit, but I don't really know the rules about that. We haven't really had a situation like that before, so it's just a little bit unfortunate. So many games at the same time, so I do understand it though. Skaze looking in to do a little bit of damage for the economy over here. Already closing into that trophy room. Seems like a couple of the players here on towards the ramp. They want to challenge him in a way. Maybe stick their heads into a spot that it's really not welcome. And 15 seconds being left, so they definitely won the round already. XI turning their first round here into a victory. And Skaze just saving that AK for the next round. Good idea. A bit of a reset. Internet. Round on the board again. For a second it seemed like Preasy wants to go for the A-side explosion. utility was the one to that idea. They will be pushing on towards the ramp. Oh, the timing is gonna be perfect. Fez. It's a face full of it. From looking so good on the last round to absolutely giving out the first kill. Doesn't really work out. Both of the players, they have their B-side control. So the bomb definitely will be planted. It will be an off-angle. Amber actually gets killed before they get away from that situation. That's actually a couple of trades here and there, but still a man advantage for the side of Preasy. And it's going to be the push towards the single door Skaze. Finds out the perfect timing and foam. It seems like he has already had the idea. He's going to be leaving this area. No reason to even try to attempt a clutch. A player from the single door. One unknown and one just planted the bomb. That's going to be a very hard one to win. So the save of that M4 for next round seems to be the better option for them. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Explosion for a round like this, and another round for Preasy. Looking very good. We go. Still a buy from XI. They're missing a couple of utilities here and there, but it's not the end of the world. Already used a couple of the smokes, maybe some Molotovs as well. Preasy will be basically happy with this round, just spending a couple of seconds at the start. Question is, where will be they pushing? Where they will be pushing? If they could actually come up with a kill here, an entry either from outside or the A side, that could be the good spot to push in from. Standout utility here. Case behind the box. Clears behind the silo. That's a good idea. Nuke is holding it. For that to be something that happens every round is not a bad way to go. Nice catch from the secret. That's going to be the first kill for Rob. Just dodges that bullet. That's a nice catch from Foam as well. A long distance fight from Becky and cleanly as well. That's going to be dead. That first kill. Bought the spray. Almost a double. Didn't just quite land, but it's a 2 versus 2. Both of the players fairly low on the side of Preasy, so one dinkable in a way. But it's going to be the M4's XI. They need to find a way towards this B side and quickly. A player on the catapult. That's going to be Amber, already catched by Gorilla. It's just a quick shot to the face. And Fez, left in a 1 versus 1, wins the first fight. Is half on HP, but it's got to be Gorilla to go for the full swing on the right side and wins that fight as well. Oh, the confidence on the side of Preasy. That definitely was a nice attempt from XI, but it just didn't work out. Oh, God. Well, at least they tried. This time around, it's just going to be a USB stand-up. Eagle for a couple of eagles. Long distance headshot equipped. Does get the kill onto Foam before he gets dinked. Or actually after he gets dinked. 34 points of health to play around with. Is fairly okay, as long as he stays out of trouble. Drops down for the main fight. Not spotting anybody. That's going to be Dangzone. At least to drop down Gorilla. That's going to be Scrop to drop down Equipo was low in HP. It's a 3 versus 3. So at least they keep the numbers honest in a way. But Preasy. Better weaponry. Oh, falls down from the T-roof. Finds out Amber at the perfect timing as well. Of course it happens like that. And Fetz with the cannon here. And that's gotta be Squab only with the B2000. Not really a good weapon to try to fend off the push with. And if he could catch a kill from the cross, that could be something. But the problem is at that point, when he fires the first bullet, is definitely going to be spotted or even killed. Yeah, that's exactly what's about to happen. Squeaky hold. They have the vents under control. And Schwab will be transitioning from that door. So he's going to actually find a kill. Okay. Still comes out with one, but it's going to be Virus to shut it down at the end. A double kill for him. Preasy makes it a 5th. 5 on the board. The silent start for a round like this. And we are getting a buy from XI. A couple of mistakes here and there, but I have to say, there's a reason why Preasy picked this map. We can actually see the fluidity off their T side here. So many intro kills. And so many quick answers to some of these round starts. Which is kind of cool to see from the side. Not a kill yet, but already with a player down the secret. Ska's being tagged down to 48. Still healthy to go for some of these fights. Have to be a little bit careful. Setup being switched towards the outside. That's gonna be Amber. If they decide to go for the main pop, he will be the one to try to fend off the push. A couple of shots from outside gives Fetz the idea. Knows now exactly where the play is coming from. It's going to be the one to actually smoke out the Squeaky. Meanwhile, for the lower door and the lower plant at the moment, is still so left to fend off, but they play him out so well. It's got to be Scrop with a couple of hop shots. Okay. Keeps it alive. Amber comes out with his own double and shuts down the round. XI. How is that even possible? From the clear opening, they give so much space for that upper Scrub. How does he get a double kill from that spot? They pick him barely one by one and even focus too much on the bomb plant. Oh, that is just insane. Okay. A well-played round at the end. XI doing a very good job there. Just still kind of mind boggles me that they focus too much on the plant. Zone drops down to Becky. It's going to be the double utility to be spent. They are trying to push in from the vents, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Foam, Solo, and HP, Dank Zone the exact same. One of the players being dropped. That is going to be Becky. A nice catch from Griller from the single. Fetz hits the floor. That's going to be Dank Zone at least to bring down the one-man advantage. Meanwhile, Foam. Virus takes care of him. That's going to be Skates with the kill on towards Dank Zone. Now the question is, do they even want to go for this one? Well, Virus will be answering that question for them. Another 1 versus 3, and this time around, Scrub. If he actually gets some of these kills, that's going to be just incredible. Seems like the round just gets reset. After winning that one, Preasy answers directly.
Terrorists win.
Beautiful. to play. Oh, that smoke quite place him around from that spot. And Becky still wins the fight. That has to be very frustrating. I think that was his teammate Smoke, to be honest. Not entirely sure if that was a T-Smoke. Tried to play that aggressive spot, and it doesn't work out from the main. The push coming in, and Becky actually opens up that round with a double kill. This ghost hits up very quickly for the side of XI. And even the push coming in from the secret is way too late at this point. He's not going to do a lot more. Griller drops the player from hell. And Anubis is just confused. Where is his team? This round was played under 20 seconds. And it's done. A very unfortunate start for an already bleeding round. Even losing that last player at the end. Oh, that's just salt to the wounds. Amber can't stay alive. He's been found and caught. And we're hopping into a new one. Just looking at the buys at the moment, they barely have any money. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they went for the force here. Already a scout coming out. Losing so many rounds in a row. This isn't about winning anymore. This is just trying to look good. And Anubis starting to sound like a map that we are going to be falling into. Virus catches Crop from the outside before the smoke blooms. Drops him. It almost looks like XI, they don't really know what to do here on the defense. Every single time, wherever they're holding from, however they're holding from, they're just getting dropped left and right. And Preasy. Nice catch from Griller to drop down Fez. Another kill from Skaze. Dang zone. Will be the one to get bullets.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
Kill from Skates to drop down Ember. And that will be it. A couple of singing pistols here at the start. Some Molotovs being used from left and right. This will be the way to go around it. But it's the shooting glidle area at the moment. Oh, Virus gets a double kill. That's going to be Griller with one. And again, this time around, they were even ready for it, but it's just going to be a bloodbath from Preasy. Winning almost every single fight, and this is just getting a little bit sad. The one is so far away from the target. Switching into a USB. Getting that kill. Goes for the second one if he can. Just find that one tap, and it's actually going to happen. FaZe! What kind of a shot is that? XI... They do clutch around. That was insane. It was the one bullet needed from that USP, and he actually lands that shot. I have to say that was insane. That right there was exactly what I wanted to see. Oh, God. What a play. The A main barge from Preasy almost works for their advantage. Actually, they do come out one-man advantage out of that fight, but the problem is they just can't win the last duel. Nice catch from Fox to drop the likes of Amber. Even a second kill on the Scrap behind the red. Oh no. The push coming in. Oh, dang zone. Just flicks a little bit too much to the left. This is just getting ridiculous at this point. From the side of XI, they need to do whatever they can to win a round. Meanwhile, Preasy just keeps overrunning them here on Nuke. Already across one. Foam has what he's going to be showing. Wins that one final game at least. But it's going to be Skaze quickly with the trade. The control of that round still with him. And Bess. There's that at least one duel towards the main. Already dropped down towards the lower side. Wait a minute, he's actually going to go for the long con towards the hut. And this might actually work out. He might surprise a couple of players here. But as the bomb gets planted, that's even less time for him to think about it. That's going to be the off. A shot to the groin. And it's done. At 9 on the board, XI, they're just getting blasted on this map at the moment. They have to show us something ridiculous on the T side to bring this back. What an insane team side from the side of Preasy. Even when they're losing some of these rounds, it doesn't really feel like they're missing any action. Still seems to be on a leading side in a way. And off we go. Pistol round to present this T side. XI really needs it. I'm not gonna say it's entirely over if they lose the pistols. If they have an incredible T side, it's still possible, but it really would help. Thriller already with the first execution. Drops down Foam. It's gonna be Becky with his corner. Virus with one. Oh, Becky. He makes this look easy. And he's been playing with the last victim here. Becky comes out with a triple, and that's the round. 10 on the board. Preasy. Easy peasy lemon skeezy. Look at this. So sure with the USB. Every single shot is landing. It's not even funny. Oh no. We are. Only gets one with the clock. And 11 on the board for Preasy already. And we're really getting into the deep end here. Music really playing on the background. And off we go. Catwalk. We'll be seeing the full hold. It's going to be a nice pop from the T-side roof, trying to take care of the player on top of the hut, but it's not going to work out. Nobody's actually holding that spot at the moment. So Amber behind the main, just waiting for somebody on the CT side to maybe get a little bit too antsy, maybe try to grab some information. It's a good spot for him. A smoke here that lands on top of the main to clear it up entirely. And Skaze in front of the Squeaky. Just Just hoping for a duel that works out. That's gonna be Foam holding out against two of the players. He's not really... He doesn't have the information of both of them pushing already. And just look at the lockdown. Oh, that's gonna be perfect, but he still wins the fight. Oh my god. Yeah, this is just insane at this point. Even fully ready for that one. With the perfect flash. It just works out for the side of Preasy. Finally, they actually even get a trade. In this case, comes out with a kill. The numbers have been brought back to 3, so a tie. Virus has to be a little bit careful of the player towards the A main. One smoke, but he goes for the peak here. Already spotted out the second player around for the side of XI. And finally, it's starting to work out. We're getting some clear gun rounds. But now the issue is that they need 7 in a row just to bring it to a tie. 8 for a map point. And a match point at that point. They actually already do have a map underneath them. Which is kind of cool. Nice spray through the timing. Foam actually drops down Skaze. That's a good way to start off the round. Griller drops down Scrub. The Amper with the shot on this Virus. Takes care of Equip. That's gonna be Becky with a kill on the Dang Zone. So barely some of these fights are actually working out. It's a 2 versus 2, but the problem is the side of Preasy, they're a bit low in HP at the moment. Becky. With Griller already changing to the B side here. It's going to be Becky on top of the lobby at the moment. So he's trying to fight for that bomb. It doesn't matter if he loses the fight. The only thing is that he needs that 1-to-1 trade and maybe try to push the players towards the lower side here. But they're definitely going to go for the A side planned. And Preasy maybe overplayed this round just a bit too much. Trying to anticipate the push. And Becky moves at the worst possible time. I'm not entirely sure what Preasy's doing here. It's definitely a true retake. No real reason not attempt this, but they're just gonna save. Okay. They barely have any money anyway, so I'm not entirely sure what the call is.
Terrorists win.
So XI enjoying another round here. And we will be hopping back into the action right now. So the couple of the rifles that's being saved for this round, they're gonna need to be in a star roll straight at the start. Utility pop. They do actually win out the first fight. We're gonna go for seconds. The AK will be one to win the fight, but some of these fights are actually working for the T side as well. Scrub is very low on HP. Escapes with that bomb. That's gonna be Griller to catch down Scrub from the T side roof. Oh, sorry. And they're actually chasing some of the players here already. Trying to hold down to that bomb. Nate doesn't really land in the right way. They know exactly where he's playing from. Already a bit of a swing. They win the second fight towards the main, and that is just going to be Griller with a 4K on this round. If you ever needed some star power, maybe that was the idea. Save a couple of rifles for our next one and let Griller just carry. 12 on the board. And I have to say, it's looking kind of questionable for XI. keep saying at least they tried. Here we go. Equip. First entry on the foam, so that defending kill works out well. If they want to win this map right here, right now, that's gonna be the first step to it. Skaze through the smoke, drops down Dengzo. And we can really see the level of difference here on Nuke. This could be a 13-5 victory for Preasy easily. Finally, they come up with a kill at least. Base runs out of the A main, grabs that kill, and just politely gets back to his hole. But finally, dropping down towards the vents with his teammate down on the lower site. The plant will be happening, but that's gonna be a Molotov. Oh, actually, a Nuke. Amber comes up with a double kill on the Deagles. Okay. That's not a bad way to fight for a round like this. Maybe make this a little bit more doable in a way. Amber needs a lot, especially with Becky pushing out from the door. Usually this fight works out for them pretty well. Oh, the timing is a bit off. He's being Bart's being played and a little bit of a dink, but the op might not actually go for this, and this is just going to be a save. How did you lose a round like that? The double shot from the people is the one to actually win the round. Did you lose all the weapons? It doesn't really matter, but they at least post a 6 on the board. Maybe getting a little bit too comfortable here at the end. Preasy kind of give away a round that they were not supposed to. But it's Counter-Strike. It doesn't really matter. There's still so many map points for them to actually shut this down. So an absolute choke will be needed for them to lose this though. But it's not like we haven't never seen any of them. Utility bombardment. Clear here. Trophy room is clear. And Dengzo with a bit of space already with his teammates down below planting the bomb, and this is a buy round from Preasy. Now the question is, do they actually even want to try to retake this one? And the answer might be no. XI might be winning their 7th round already. Okay. It's getting a little bit odd at the moment. Preasy making some very wild decisions at the moment. The idea on this round, of course, was to stack up the upper site if they decided to go for the full explosion. But it just didn't work out. And kaboom.
Terrorists win.
Booyaka booyaka. Let's see if XI can still keep this up. 5-round lead. 5-5 save. Shame time much. I was actually surprised that somebody used that reference over here. That's a good one. Good. So, Nate, that's gonna be the smoke in front of the main. We're up to play for the T. They want to actually drop down the vents. They've been doing it many times in a row, so this could be a good chess move in a way. But absolutely sidelines Amber on the push. That's going to be the first frag of the round. Good, clean entry. Okay. What was that? Both of the players fully blinded, and for some reason, Equip on that push decided to shoot neither of the players. Except at the end. And that is at least a trade for him. And off we go for more. Nice kill from Foam. Drops down the pillar. A spot on the other one. Becky actually takes care of the player towards the Squeaky. And this is where it all goes to well, pretty much tits up. They are going to be heading down the secret. Becky actually in the vents, making a little bit noise for his team. Down the boss. That's gonna be the first and the second kill. Skaze comes out with the bolt at the end. And that's done. I have to say, it's a little bit surprising. So at the end, XI started to win a couple of rounds here and there, but it never really looked like a believable comeback. It was just not gonna happen. So Preasy, they do make it 1-1, winning their own map, and we are going to be hopping into Anubis after this one. So who would have guessed? We're gonna see all of the 3 maps, and Anubis will be the one to close this down. We're gonna take a little bit of a break and hop back when we're ready. We will see you on Anubis. Back to the game again. Here we are. And yeah, well, we're hopping into Anubis, the map that we were waiting the most. And here we are. I'm a little bit worried at the moment, as we're going to be hopping into the ninth. There has been some talks that the team that starts from the T side are going to win the first. But I do think that Preasy is supposed to be the better equipped of the two on this map. But of course, anything is possible. We have seen some ridiculous gameplay already. And I'm just ready for it. However, it's going to be ending. Give me a second. Hey Google, set the studio to white. Give us a little bit more color here because everything is just pink for some reason. So, whatever is about to happen here is going to be the way to go. And as the start, it's going to be one of those... Well, he went crazy. It's going to be one of those games where the T side will be, well, the more favored side on this map. But we have been seeing some teams do very well on a CT side. Starting to bring it back a little. And I'm just waiting for them to actually bounce in with a good amount of gameplays. So let's see. Let's go. Pistols has been spotted. It's gonna be XI on the T side to start off. And Preasy on the defending side with a couple of dualies here. One of the players already been spotted. And from the back lines, they're trying to catch that player from the quad. It's a 4-man stack. Depending if they want to actually step into the B side, they might be a little bit of a long turn. Oh my god, Damn Zone actually comes out with a triple here. Equipped with a quick reply, but from the... For a second there, I thought that was the jumping shot, but it's gonna be actually Scrub to drop down and quit. Driller left alone. And oh, does it go wrong at the start. With just the dually from the off angle to the right, they just mow down 3 players at the start. Dang Zone with a triple. Okay. Let's keep on continuing. At least they're gonna save the dualies with the armor for next round, but I'm a little bit suspicious what they can actually do with it.
Terrorists win.
Tries to stay as far away as he can from that action. And XI. We were kind of talking about the fact that depending on what side they are going to be starting, how the odds are gonna look like. And if XI starts off the pistol like that and they keep the same energy from the first map, just trying to forget what happened on Nuke, they start to win a couple of rounds here and there, but... We'll see. Fully equipped with an AK, and that's gonna be most of the team at the moment. Just a couple of Galils this time around. They're not gonna go for the lower weapons in a way. Sometimes you actually can see some MAC-10s in the mix because they don't really want to risk giving away full rifles if they decide to go for the buy. Because you can have some of these rounds that go sideways in a way. Gorilla still holding here from the main behind a couple of barrels. Hay barrels. And Griller just waiting for an opportunity, but the blue A-side stack doesn't work out at all. B-side will be the way to go again for XI. And this just keeps happening. Scrub finds equip at least. It's gonna be Griller with the 1 kill. Still not going down. Finally, it's gonna happen. And Bets, well, he's on to his first kill with that Glock. Well, Amber is actually gonna be the one to take it away from him. Did you save 4 weapons for our next round? That's important. And XI with the second round of the board. Finally, we can see a buy. Skaze. Are we gonna see some aggressive gameplay from the CTs? Nope. Just a quick smoke here. Just the connector to unlock the mine. Then bounces off the first kill onto Virus. That's gonna be the second one onto Equip as well. Okay. We're talking about that Preasy. We're supposed to be the superior on this map, but they're at the moment just getting played through the smoke. Amber tries to get as much control as he can, but his teammates does actually help him out a little bit. Becky doesn't go down. That's gonna be Skaze with the kill before it gets absolutely out of hand. But this round already is looking very good for the side of XI, and the start here is going very well for the T side. And the save for the next round will be just an M4 with an AK, at least something. But it's going to be the economy that is scaring the hell out of me. Looking at this, even if they have a little bit of a win bonus at the moment, or sorry, loss bonus. That's not a lot of money to play with. They could go for the SMG buys. That's 3k for pretty much everybody except Equip is 2900. So an M4 could be dropped from Skaze. Becky could drop one as well, and an MP9 buy from, for example, Griller or something like that. Could be the right way to go about it. Or Virus, to be honest, if they want to equip the better playing players at the moment with rifles. It is going to be a tough decision in a way, because the second that they go for the buy, they have to kind of focus on it, but they're just going to save. Saving for a round like this is the way to go, I guess. A bit of damage to smoke. Scrub just drops Skaze. That's going to be Scrub with the second kill onto Equip. Oh, the bridge is really not treating them well. One of the rifles already down. Risky taps Fess. Drops down Griller. That's going to be Becky with a kill onto Fess. And I'm a bit surprised they didn't actually go for the buy now. Why not? Are you joking? That's a nice kill again, Becky. As long as it could do some economic damage, but at the moment it's not going to be that big of a deal. Trying to save this AK is going to be the number one thing with the utility that he has. Molotov with a couple of flashes for the next round is going to be okay. I'm looking at the amount of money. He could actually save some money here as well for the upcoming rounds, even if he wants to buy an op for his teammate. And the push from the back line's not really ready for that one. Foam gets the last kill, and XI with 4 on the table. Preasy haven't really found a way to answer back to this, but of course we have only seen one weapon round. And this is going to be the second one. It's not the end of the day if they lose this one as well, but it's starting to show us a little bit of a trend. And the way that they lose or win is going to be very important here. Molly's coming in. Amber. One ready with it. It's not going to be coming out from the side of Preasy, but Equip. Movement is on point for a round like this. The second Molly actually missed a little bit. Supposed to land in front of the double doors for the area. That's gonna be Virus with the one defending kill. Goes for the second one through the flames. Okay, we're starting to catch some heat here. And Virus holds down the A side easily. Some good fights here at the start from Preasy. A good flick coming in from Scrubs. Drops down Equip from the window. That's gonna be the double utility for the backside of that cake. But they open up the smoke for a second. That's one smoke for the back lines. And another nade again to open it up. They need these kills. Foam actually drops down Becky, but it's going to be Skaze. Quick trade. And only Foam left alive. Trying to fend off this round. That looked like it was on point for a second. Okay. Doesn't work out, but the Molotov will be playing him out of that spot, and it's done. Okay. Not a bad shot from the op. What a quick flick shot, but the problem is they still surprised them. I have to say, a good work from both of the ops. Virus holding down the A main push, making it look very easy. Meanwhile, a nice flick shot towards the upper window. And to be honest, it's been on a couple of casts we haven't really seen that much op action. But I have to say, today we have been seeing some wrist-breaking flicks, which I was actually waiting for. Love it. A cracked op is always something to be ready for. That's going to be the setup flash from Becky. Already a quick trade coming in from Equip. Scrop takes care of him. Amber. Getting a bit closer towards the B main here. A setup, utility coming in. Even drops the second smoke for his teammate, but from the side of Preasy at the moment, it seems like they are reacting to it, but not by rotating every single player. They're getting a little bit more space and going for that 2-2 hold at the moment. Becky, ready for the push case. Will be dropping Fez from the platform. Quick peek, spotted out the first one. That's going to be Becky with the second one. Oh, the defense looking good. And Scrop left as the third player to try to fend off. The first one, but the quick flash in front of his eyes. Barely can see anything. He's actually do some little bit more damage, especially with that shot. Okay. Virus goes down into 1 versus 2 now, but the fling from the long will be the one to shut him down. Griller even makes sure that he knows that he's dead. Some bad manners at the end. I absolutely love it. 2 rounds on the board, but they have been losing a lot of weapons on some of these rounds. So Preasy, they have to be very careful with their economy now. But they can still buy up fully without a problem. Then algum Brasil aqui. Does that mean is somebody Brazilian over here? Drop Aracon. One from middle as the push was about to be in on M4 spray down. Equipped with a triple kill, just get traded. But it's going to be Griller to mop down the last 2 players at the end. And a quick round for Preasy. A nice round for him. Ready for utility here. Bob flash on the main. Or actually, that's a smoke setup at the moment. Becky. First line of the utility flash. Holds down the push as they were getting a little bit closer to that angle. Skaze is outside the connector, just holding behind the pillar. Anybody trying to get in here might be surprised. Takes care of a bit of connector control. That nade drops. Does a little bit damage on the dang zone. And Skay still holding from the long. This is a good spot behind the pillar. Anybody who steps in from the con. It's a known angle so far, but in between all the chaos, some players usually don't clear this spot. Oh, the utility play from the side of Preasy at the moment is really on point. The first line of executions coming in from XI, but that Molotov takes care of them. And that's going to be the second Molotov already to burn even more time. Even when the utility finally lands on top of the B side, it doesn't matter, just barely ready for the push. That one flash does actually work out, but Skaze with Virus, they take care of the first pushers. It's going to be Dangzone to actually come up with a double. The bomb will be planted for a round like this, but Becky does attempt to drop a player to the smoke. Doesn't really get the right lineup though. And there's a player from Canal just waiting. Good spotted. Tries to go for the aggression. And a nice kill from Dangzone. That's going to be the triple for a round like this already. He's been very impactful throughout the day. Becky needs to the con. Wins out the first fight, even the second one. What an execution shot. And they need something already on top of the site. Squad gets the first one with the op, but already the time has been played. It is done. Virus is not going to survive the blast. Every single player drops down on a round like this, and it's going to be XI with a round. And Preasy very close on that retake. The double kill from the con was the way to go about it. Of course, try to stick it. That op was definitely going to take care of him. A little bit unfortunate. Looking at the equipment for a round like this. Even if XI won the round, it seems like they actually got the shorter end of that stick. 3 MP Mac 10s. An AK and an Galil. First entry to the smoke works out well. That actually brings out the entries towards the B side again. One-man army at this point. Even a triple! What is happening? So many kills being fed for one player. And Preasy, even with the superior buy, he absolutely give that round away. Preasy. B side seems to be a bit of a weakness for them at the moment. It is going to be the hold from the platform that goes to the dumpster this round.
Terrorists win.
And off we go. It's XI with the half of the rounds for the first half already. And if they keep this up, especially looking at the buy from the side of Preasy, they can end up with a very good half here. Of course, considering the fact that Preasy might have their own T side that looks the same or better. Nice catch from Virus here at the start. They weren't really expecting to see an op on a round like this, but anyways, it happens. Virus picks it up with that first shot, and to be honest, he has even more money than the rest of this team for the last round, or not the last round, for the next round. They are going to be pushing to the same exact spot where their teammate got shot from. Pop flash. Nobody's there to receive it though, but the bomb will be focused more over here. And drops down Virus. That's going to be a picked up weapon from Griller. Fets drops down, skates from the backlines. That's going to be a clip at least with the trade. It's still a 3 versus 3, so a fairly tight situation. Most of the piece has been locked on to the site. Every single CT equipped with a weapon at this point. Dang zone drops down Bessie. That's gonna be phone with the shot onto Equip and Griller. Basically, at this point, the only thing he can do is just save that weapon for the next round. Would you guys argue that this is the most T-sided map on the rotation? Oh, definitely. I think this is absolutely the most T-sided map on the whole tour at the moment. No question. Maybe even the most T-sided map on the history of CS. I might actually even go that far. From the playable DE maps. Maybe the most CT-sided was either the old Nuke or old Train. If anybody ever played one of those. Like, if you could get 3 rounds when it was standard 16 rounds or 15 rounds, that's already good. It was insane. But it was awesome. On HLTV it says 54% win rate for T side and 46% on the CT side overall. Yeah, that's heavily T sided already. I'm not sure if it's the most T sided, but it might be that the stats have changed a little bit with Ooh, G2 bends Nexa. Okay. Didn't notice that one, but I was ready for it. I'm still wondering why they decided to bench Nexa and not Hooksy, but okay. Do what you want. And Cobblestone was CT side, but yeah, Cobblestone was crazy too. Like, it was crazy that you could actually hold Cobblestone's B side against 5 players with just a player, with just one player. But if you lost that B side player on B, on the CT side, trying to retake it was almost impossible. It's like one of the longest rotations if you were on, for example, A side long or something like that. So you're never gonna see the B side until the bomb explodes. Where are you from? I'm from Finland, buddy. I'm from Finland, the country that's spelled with W, so Winland. Early on damage being received, Skaze takes normally 34 at the start. Yeah, Virus is the upper, there's no reason he needs headshots. Skaze drops down Dang Zone. Tries to go for the quick play from the con, doesn't really work out. Amber trying to push in from the mid. He could actually step into a very good fight here. Virus drops down the player behind the smoke. That's gonna be a very good way to bring it back to a doable position. Oh god, they're actually just slopping this round at the moment. XI, they're not getting anything. Nade even underneath the feet. Oh, that's gonna be solid to the injuries. And Scrub tries to get away from this spot at the moment, and Becky is even pushing from the back lines. That's not gonna be fun. He does actually get that one kill at least. Even the second one for the A main, but they're definitely gonna hunt him down this time around. So it's gonna be Virus to shut it down. Virus doing a very good job with the op in this round. Turning some heads. That first kill to give his teammate a little bit more space behind the pillar. So I'm gonna ask something from the chat. Next, I got benched. Who does chat think that they're going to be bringing in? Is it going to be Stewie? That is going to be a big mistake. But who could actually go for it? They could actually go for a young talent. That could be interesting. I'd still change Hooksy, but it seems like they still love him as an in-game leader, so okay. And the question is where next is going to go? Shot from the double doors. Oh, the nose. Quick scope, actually. The jumping Mac 10 to try to finally stop him down. Okay. At least a trade. And the bomb will be planted on towards that B-side. Foam already with the pillar. Hold towards the temple. Scrub from the platform, just waiting for that perfect timing. Oh, they are getting surrounded. A player coming in from the canals, one from the B main, and doubles. Getting closer from the long. They're gonna sign Malva. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. Equip just drops every single one of them. A perfect retake, and Preasy, or they did lose a player, but yeah, they have the time, no problem. Malb could be a nice pickup. The problem is that usually with fresh talent, you actually want to have like a very good coach lineup. You want to have a very good in-game leader. So just bringing potential talent to a roster that doesn't have neither one of those, I'm not sure if it's gonna be a good idea, but hey, G2, you do you. It's not like you have failed so many transfers already, so of course, do whatever you want. So I'm gonna say the up-and-coming season for G2 is going to be very interesting. I'm a little bit surprised that they did actually decide to drop Nexa. Not like it was playing that well, but a little bit surprised. So the question is, where will they... where they will be actually selling him off to. What team is going to pick up next? Okay. Virus. Wait a minute. This is up. Liukas silakka in Finnish. A slippery salmon. Oh, no, well, that's not salmon. Silakka, skates. Okay, this is just a very one-sided round at the moment. Preasy is just locking this down. Almost every single shot from the T side, it just lands. And that's going to be an interesting situation, Foam. Left alone, and they will be actually bringing that bomb back to the B side, so it's a double bamboozle. Just bench Hooksy, Nico in-game. I almost got... Dude, that was a reaction, sorry. I didn't mean that. The idea for Nico to be an in-game leader is just a bad one. It's just not a good idea. Even if he won one tournament by leading, the problem is the long-form in-game leading as just somebody to take it as a role for a little second. That's never a good idea. Where in-game leaders shine is when you give them enough time to actually form the team. And I really don't think Nico has the brains to do that. Not to be insulting, he's a very good player. But maybe for G2, finally it could be time to actually get a real coach and a real in-game leader. Just to throw an idea out there. For example, look at Navi at the moment. Oh, they're looking pretty good, aren't they? So, that major title could have been G2 instead of Navi. Just saying. Spot flash out of B main. Becky will be the one that push gets double. Very fresh triple. Okay. That is going to be a nice way to shut it down. And Galil will be the second one in line to actually get the last 2 kills. And a clean round for Preasy to make it a tie. 7-7. Yeah, and not just that, the fact that Nico is going to be an in-game leader. Then there's the problem that Modesty might actually be leaving that team. So... Alex B keeping Finland on the map. Perkele. He's not keeping Finland on the map. Finland is on the map. We're not a Japanese project. We're a real country. Trust me. Alex P is just polishing us at the moment. Thank you, Alex. You're a god. Think about that. Think about it. Take a second. To be honest, what could be cool is that if Carrigan with Robs... Well... Robs actually steps back into G2. Or not back into, but gets back into G2 with Nico. Like, think about it. Robs, Nico. You have Bonacy, Carrigan. You could literally put, like, a bot as a big player and they're gonna win matches. Connector. Wait a minute. That's gonna be Dang Zone from the platform to drop one. Becky gets the trade, but the problem is Virus left alone. Barely nothing to do in a round like this. He has the bomb now. Equipped with an AK. You can actually hunt for a kill. This could be something. A push coming in from the stairs already, but he turns his back against him. And a long-range shot coming in from a FAMAS. The weapon that I load the most gets a kill. Maybe I am going to... Actually, yeah, oh my god, why didn't I think about this? Think about it. Carrigan, Robs, Frozen, Nico, and Monacy. If that team doesn't win the title, my name is... I'm not going to say it, because we're going to get all banned. We're all going to get banned from the stream. So I'm just going to shut up for now, but that's okay. Yeah, okay. Setting up a flash here. Yeah, I remember back when Alex B was on Habu and Encore. Actually, I was on Habu at the same time as Alex B, so think about that. That's just interesting. Just a little fact from the back. A blast from the past. I was actually watching one of their tournaments against Ents. They almost won it. Very close. Actually, that's a different Habu, I think that. No, that was the same Habu. Oh, no. Yeah. At that point, Alex B was playing with Ents. That was my bad, yeah. Amber. Still just holding down double doors here towards that mid. Anybody who wants to go for the peaks here. And it's going to be the smoke to clear out the mid push. Double doors. One side of it. But But the idea is correct. It's gonna spread the right way at least. From the connector, it's going to be still Foam to fend off the defense here. Have to be very careful with the push here, especially with that flash. Oh, it's just going to be played out. Foam gets that kill. They do get the kill off with the quad, but it's going to be 20 seconds. Quick comes out with a kill. Amber with a double. And Griller makes it a 1 versus 2, but he really needs to make this a 1 versus 1 quickly as the player from Canals is funnel stepping in, and 15 seconds left here after I say it. And at that mark, Schwab actually comes out with the kill. Griller goes down, and Preasy, they're getting very close, but XI is still winning these rounds. Just look at this. Foam. That could have been a little bit better if Foam actually hides after that first kill, but he decided to stick with the spray. It's okay. Some of those times you can actually win the round by just leaving, but he wanted to give us a show. Well, that's a fresh insult. Okay. And off for more we go. The M4 spray doesn't work out. He actually got double blocked here. Oh, that works out so well. But Fetz comes out with a triple to hold down the camera room. Meanwhile, Scrub will be taking care of the trash. Skaze at least gets to touch the AK before he goes down, and that's 10 on the board. XI on a brink of dropping Preasy. Is this actually gonna happen? I absolutely love the tears. That has never changed. I don't drink from a cup anymore, but usually when I was casting, I actually had a cup underneath the chat. Every time the betters were crying, I just filled up the cup with tears and just drank it. Ooh, it was so good. A lot of vitamin crying. Vitamin C. So, the map is definitely not done yet, especially with the buy from Preasy. But if XI keep winning rounds like these, it's getting very narrow at this point. Looking at some of the rounds that they have, 10 on the board already, a 3-round lead. Not bad at all. Yeah, I put a bet on Preasy, but who cares? Yeah, that's the right attitude. If you have extra money and you want to bet and you lose, that's okay. But the problem is when you start to send death threats like we have been having, and just being a nuisance in the chat because you don't know how to bet, that's a problem. But if you chill, quick kill. Quick trade here from middle. Equip actually starts off with the first kill onto Scrop. That's going to be Amber with the kill onto Equip, but Skaze finds Dengzo from somewhere on the map. I think that kill came in from the connector. Fez, sorry, not Phase, not carrying against Phase. Players will be pushing out from the main, getting that first information. Oh, Phase, he really wants to step into that duel. But Griller was ready, and Preasy, they could be making this an 8. Looking at the money that they have, XI could barely actually go for a buy for a next round. Foam could save the weapon. I'm looking at this at the moment. That seems to be the idea. And the right decision. Anubis looking so pretty at the moment. I was about to ask something from the chat. Give me a second. I did forget about it. Oh, yeah. With the recent map changes that we have had, so we did take care of, finally, we threw Overpass out of the pool. I didn't hate to play the map. The problem is watching the map was very boring. Barely any great situations on that map. We have had a couple of legendary situations, but most of the rounds on that map is just a snooze fest. But we still have some maps that people have hated. There has been some changes to Vertigo, which could be the second map to go. I want to get a little bit of a bearing at the moment from the scene. What map is the liked ones? What map don't people like? So Is it going to be something like Mirage that will be taken away next? Is it still Vertigo after the changes? Nuke is a little bit chaotic at the moment. Maybe make it a little bit more CT-sided. That could be something. And the map that could be brought in could be something like Train, Cache. Maybe make... in my opinion, they really need to work on Inferno. It's just so claustrophobic at the moment. I've been talking about it for, since day one. The fact that a single Molotov can just cover up the whole banana push is just insane. So... maybe open up the map, clear it a little bit, make it a little bit more simpler. That's when the map shined, in my opinion. Train. I'd like Train back. Oh yeah, UMB boat. And not like a new reworked Fortnite Train. I'm talking about like the OG underneath the trains. You have like every single numbers from number 1 to number 6 train. Ooh, that was the good days. Like, on the T side, you really needed to know how to play the map. You really needed to land those flashes, land those smokes. The timings had to be perfect. At the moment, it feels like everybody on the last trains, they were just running outside in front of the metal, getting those kills. Make it a lot more technical for the Ts. But back on the board. Round number 19. XI with 10 on the board. Preasy, they did get 1. It's going to be Scrub with the op to hold down anybody who wants to get a little bit closer towards the A main here. Somebody went full psychotic in chat with the capsule. GG Train is the best map, my favorite map so far. Yeah. It's a very good map, I love it. Griller. Close to the boat, waiting for a move. It's a little bit of a checkmate situation here. That flash. We'll be pushing one of the CTs enough for Griller to get a little bit more space here. So it's a 3-man setup for the A side. And finally some utilities starting to fend off. You can actually see it from the players. Not much to play around with. Actually, the T side, they have a little bit more. 3 kits on the CT. A lot of flashes. That's gonna be the first one. Oh! Mopo lähtee käsistä. Equip does get the quick trade on the form. But it's going to be Fetz with that 1 kill. But Gazer still ignores the quad. They have no idea where he's playing from. The op shot misses. Dang Zone makes it a kill. And that is going to be the full shutdown from XI. Only losing a player on this map. On this round, sorry. On this round. On this round. I'm so sorry. Okay, it seems like we have Wheezies in the chat, dude. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're having a good time. That double spray wasn't that far off. But the problem is, once the scooter starts to... I'm not entirely sure how we actually say it on English. We have a saying in Finnish that mopo lähtee käsistä. Or when it gets a little bit out of control. He had the right idea with the double spray. Just couldn't trace the players the right way. EPLCS hack. Okay. I didn't know they actually made cheat programs for an entire league, but that's cool. The shit that I read from the chat sometimes is just insane. I love this. Yeah, what a Finnish caster. Yeah. We're representing Turku today. I'm actually thinking about hitting the... I'm really gonna go for a salad today. My back needs it. So, maybe I'm gonna hit the gym first. A main push. There's a player behind a pillar. Actually get that first kill and get away from this. Smoking for more space. His teammate already being taken down, but Amber with the perfect nade drops 1. That's gonna be equipped with the kill on the squad. And they're really trying to push in towards the A main, but the full blind. It doesn't matter. Amber still gets the shot, and Skeds fully blind even gets the trade. That's gonna be the nade for the stairs. Form getting a little bit closer towards the camera room, and already brings out the first fight. Does a little bit damage towards Equip. It's a 1 versus 1, and Dang Zone with that AK can hear the run past him, and he knows exactly what's about to go down. The problem is, Equip was just a bit too quick and already has a bit of a lead here. AK brought back in. Equip, is he ready for the play to be this close? Of course he's not. A nice trace to the head. And that's a round for XI, and they do make it a map point. 12 on the board. Preasy. 4 rounds away. Absolutely sidelining on that A push. We were talking about the fact that this could definitely be a Preasy map. This was supposed to be Preasy as the upper dog. But at the moment, I'm not that sure anymore. Oh my god. Off we go. A bit of a quieter start this time around. Neither of the teams really want to risk it. Maybe for the biscuit. As Preasy, they're looking for a loss here. It is a match and a match point if they lose this round. Meanwhile, next side, you know that there's a way to come back into this round. Drop with a quick kill. Oh my god, what a quick play. But the problem is he doesn't land a second shot. Trying to get away from that angle. That flash is just a bit off, and Virus still gets that kill. Scrub taking down a 1-to-1 trade. Close to the smoke fest. Will be holding the angle. And trying to fake down the... Okay. That's an interesting decision. But Griller comes out with a double. And that's Preasy getting full control of the A side. And I'm not entirely sure if they should even go for this one. Maybe try to fight for the op. But it's a little bit too far away at this point. Preasy could definitely pick it up at this point. So, XI... they will be okay with just a save, but looking at the weapons, the amount of saves that they have is just 2 rifles, and the amount of money that they're about to have is just ridiculously sad in a way. So, we're definitely going to see either a half buy, or sorry, a force, or some kind of double rifle setup. Like books as well. Maybe half armor with a pistol could be good on Dank zone with foam. Sorry. Could be the ones to hunt down a kill with their weapons. They could actually drop a weapon. Dank zone could drop a weapon from Scrub. Maybe a Pichu Fitty. Get some help. Okay, that's yeah. Yeah. That's one way to shut down the argument. Okay. Nice kill from Foam. First shot on the Griller. One-to-one trade at least. Amber will be the one to be taken care of. And this round gets very solid. A minute left on the board to play around with. But he's still looking for a way in. And for a second it seemed like XI wanted to go for the full B-side stack. But Preasy will be going for that A push. Waiting for this to happen. That's going to be the second one behind it. Cake here, and they have a 2-man stack. They can actually see on top of the floor. They're going to disband the hold. At the moment, they are ready. It is going to be a USP with a Pichu 50, or sorry, a Pichu 1000, sorry, to fend off the hold. But Preasy, they do get the bomb planted, but a dang zone. It's gonna be Skaze with Equip. A couple of kills coming in from folks. It's a 1 versus 1. Goes for the swing, and with the empty bag, actually gets this one. They win the round. XI Foam with a quad kill on this round to pull it out of his ass. And I have to say, Preasy, that's one way to lose their map. Oh god, a little bit of a chance to actually get back in, but a 4K to shut it off. And that is just insane. I have to say, I'm a little bit lost for words at the moment, but that was incredible. I have to say, and by the way, thank you for Yokio for the good words, and congratulations, XI. I'm not entirely sure for what XI stands for, but for the future, this is definitely another Danish team that I will be keeping my eyes on. Preasy, maybe as an upper dog, not really working out that well this time around, but of course, it's not the worst thing to happen because they're not eliminated from the tournament. They're still okay. The only thing that I think XI is going to be either getting a better seed or they're at least already through to the playoffs. So I'm actually gonna check that what it means to win this map at the moment. Yeah, Preasy had 1-1, so yeah, for XI, what it means at the moment is that they are already through the tournament, so they're through the playoffs. Preasy, they still have to play another game against Russia Maha, and if they win that, they're through the playoffs as well. If they lose it, well, then it's going to be Russia Maha to actually get through. Congratulations for the winners today. And a very good match, I have to say. And it is what it is. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. A nice try from Preasy, and again, congratulations for XI. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the casting and the tournament for today, as I was your caster and your host. I will be seeing you in the next one, which will be tomorrow at the same time. Remember to be here. We will see you over there. Have a great time, and bye.